Welcome all. Myself, Jijith Ravi, practice head focusing on XR and Metaverse at Tata Elxsi, a leading design and technology service provider for automotive manufacturing, transportation, broadcast, communication, and healthcare. It is home to a billion possibilities with the motto of engineering creativity, with a large manpower focusing on 2D, 3D, XR design for industries, games, production studios, etc. It is home to around 12,000 plus employees, including artists and technocrats. I'm here to talk about an exciting technology that we today phrase as AR cloud. In comparison to 2021 or the next 7 years, the AR cloud market is it is supposed to be spiking, and maybe I can share the screen. So this is about the myself. I'm like a current speaker on the AR cloud and metaverse, and I myself am an artist and speaker and published author and technology enthusiast, digital illusionist, and have a certification on blockchain, certified expert on blockchain and metaverse and NFT. And I'm working in Tata Elxsi with around 12,539 employees, it's focusing on automotive, manufacturing, transportation, broadcast, and communication and healthcare, with the motto of engineering creativity. And it's home to a billion possibilities, focused on 2D, 3D, AR, VR, MR design, technology, and innovation. So here I talk about this exciting technology that we today phrase as AR cloud. And in comparison to 2021, over the next years, the AR cloud market is supposed to be spiking. And around 2020 to 2029 period is forecast period to estimate the market size for AR cloud. Many use cases are evolving in product marketing and advertisement. More use cases are emerging in navigation, transportation, tourism, sports, and gaming as well. So you can see in the slide. And you can see in the Gartner chart where the AR cloud is currently located. And it's a kind of very high, rated as very high, and it's going to be a game changer. It's revolutionized our world. That is the kind of prediction that we are seeing right now. And the new world, when the AR cloud technology become normal in our life, it will not be drastically different than our magical ancient world portrayed in our mythology or in our futuristic science fiction movies. Imagine people living in the other half of the globe, in another continent, appearing and in front of us for a conversation as we walk along in a local city street. Imagine them disappearing into thin air after a quick conversation with us. Or imagine your favorite god appearing in front of you as you pray, giving a blessing or advice, a relevant piece of information you need, and then disappearing into thin air. AI-powered virtual agents with a digital body can assume the form of a god, goddess, or a popular character in your most liked science fiction movie to guide you as you walk or drive in an unknown place or city or a country. You will be surrounded by digital information tailored to you as you walk into predefined spots in an airport lounge or in a metro station. You'll be seeing digitally created statues, signboards, advertisement boards, monuments as you walk in your locality, accurately defined by the GPS coordinates. And you will find it very hard to remind yourselves that they physically don't exist. The sky dome may turn into a big movie screen where you watch your favorite movies and TV shows. Netflix, Amazon, and other OTT platform may take a larger share of your sky in contrast to sun, moon, planets, or even stars.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, you're not sharing the proper screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've been sharing your browser window for the last 2 minutes.
Okay. Just let me check once again.
Sorry about this.
Yeah, yeah.
I just really want you and everybody else here to hear your amazing content. It was very interesting to hear. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. That's the correct one. All right, there you go. Feel free to continue, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe I just run through the slides. Maybe the timeline maybe shift for 5 minutes because of this. But yeah,
Sure.
so
Yeah, you have lots of time. No worries.
yeah, yeah, sure. So this is the first slide I showed about myself, as the speaker, the practitioner in XR and Metaverse, and I represent at Elxsi, the company which is focusing on automotive manufacturing, transportation, broadcast, communication, and healthcare. We have got a motto of engineering creativity and home to a billion possibilities, and focusing on 2D, 3D, AR, VR, MR design, technology, innovation, etc. And yeah, and this is the slide I showed next about the market forecast on AI cloud in 2022 and beyond. Uh, the product marketing and advertisement is going to be the, the the best gainer in because of this the technology and navigation, transportation, tourism, sports, gaming, entertainment, training, e-learning, edutech, media, and broadcasting. Everything is going to be revolutionized because of the technology. And you can see the positioning of AR cloud in the Gartner emerging technologies and trends impact radar, where it is rated very high. And then I uh, talked about in comparison to 2021 over the next 4 years, next 7 years, the air cloud market is going to be spiking. The 2022 to 2029 period is forecast to be estimated. It is a period to estimate the market size for air cloud. So that's in a state of it's getting updated. Many use cases are evolving in product marketing and advertisements. More use cases are emerging in navigation, transportation, tourism, sports, and gaming. And the new world, when the air cloud technology become more normal in our life, will not be drastically different than our magical ancient world portrayed in our mythology or in our futuristic science fiction movies. And that is the main takeaway of this particular talk. Uh, so a little bit on that one. So imagine people living in the other half of the globe, in another continent, appearing in front of us for a conversation as we walk along in a local city street, or imagining them disappearing into thin air after a quick conversation, or imagine your favorite god or hero appearing in front of you uh, and giving an advice or a relevant piece of information you need and then disappearing into thin air. AI-powered virtual agents with a digital body can assume the form of a god or a goddess or a popular character in your most like science fiction movies to guide you as you walk or drive in an unknown place, city, or country. And you will be surrounded by digital information tailored to you as you walk into predefined spots in an airport lounge or in a metro station. You will be seeing digitally created statues, signboards, and advertising boards, monuments as you walk around in your locality, accurately defined by the GPS coordinates. And you will find it very hard to remind yourselves that they physically don't exist. The Skydome may turn into a big movie screen where you will watch your favorite movies and TV shows. Netflix, Amazon, and other OTT platform may take a larger share of your sky in contrast to the sun, moon, and the planets. So that is the kind of environment that we are getting into. And your field of vision for most part of your life, when you are awake, will be surrounded by information relevant to you. Most of your meetings, your work will take place in your local area, like your home or backyard. As your remote work environment and the remote people you meet uh, for work, which is spread across the globe, all these things will appear or digitally be available in your locality using the technology offered by the AI cloud. And before diving into details, I shall attempt to refresh the basics, and I assume the fundamental difference between what we call AR and what we call VR is clear to everyone. AR and VR are two aspects of the XR, or the extended reality. AR, or augmented reality, is the form of XR where the real world environment is augmented with digital entities. That's what you're seeing on the screen. Like, you have a lot of digital entities, like the different infographics panels, etc., and you have the real world. So that's the AR, and what you're seeing is a kind of a snapshot of the AR cloud that's going to be a reality. Means we are entering into that kind of a reality in the coming maybe 2, 3, or 5 years of period, even earlier as well. And today we experience VR in VR enabled head mounted devices, or HMDs, or headsets like Metaverse, HTC Vive, Google Daydream, Samsung Gear. That's about VR. And we experience AR, that whatever you are seeing in the screen, again in AR enabled HMDs. It is also experienced with the lesser efforts and more popularly rendered in handheld devices, which are but nothing but AR-enabled mobile phones and tablets, including iPhones and iPods and Android phones and tablets. And in future, the AR-enabled devices can take the form factor of a glass, and that is the kind of thing that you are seeing right now. It's like a kind of a product that Apple is supposed to launch in a couple of years, and it can even turn into a iris, on your eye, like a contact lens on your eye. So that is a kind of technology enhancement that is happening as we speak, like that. And there are, of course, the companies which are focused in this kind of a technology, but the AR enabled devices will just get into your as a contact lens on your iris. So that's the kind of future, and it's already there. I mean, already here. And in future, you can have very lightweight eyeglasses and AR enabled contact lenses, and it's anticipated, and much of it is already there. And AR cloud is an emerging technology which blends with the AR based virtual world of digital entities and real world of entities like us. So that's the kind of basic definition of AR cloud. And digital entities could be an inanimate digital objects like flags, buildings, icon structures, or animated digital characters. So that's like I can show you here in this. This is a kind of a digital character, but appearing in front of in a real world scenario. And you can see here, this is myself, and I'm having the presence of a digital character in front of me. You can see all of these are like blending into, it's a kind of a blend of digital as well as the real entities in our own real worlds. And that is a kind of future. And again, it's myself as another digitally created environment. So the component that is myself is real, but everything else is virtual. So this kind of blended realities can assume in any form. The real entities can get mixed with the virtual environments and entities, as well as the virtual entities or digital entities can also be present in the real environment, like you can see in this particular kind of image. And these entities can be localized in the real world using GPS coordinates, and that is the bigger difference between whatever normal AR experiences that you are seeing in the mobile devices or AR-enabled HMDs like Microsoft HoloLens or Vuzix or Lenovo glasses. So that's a kind of a slight difference between these two, the earlier version of AR as well as AR cloud. And another important aspect, which is an important part of my talk, is that the AR cloud is an AR version of the metaverse. So when you say AR cloud, it is basically metaverse itself, but focused on the AR version of it. Because when you say metaverse in a plain definition, mostly the people have focused on the virtual reality, and people experience the metaverse as of today, but it's not going to be permanent. But as of today, they experience it in virtual reality devices, and also sometimes on a browser or a Windows application. Fundamental to AR Cloud is the ability to share AR experience with multiple users in real time. And another fundamental attribute of AR Cloud is persistence. It's an attribute it inherits from the Metaverse, since AR Cloud is the AR aspect of the Metaverse. AR Cloud will be persistent in the real world across space, time, and devices. When a person creates an AR experience in the real world, this experience will persist and remain in the space and time, and the other users will be able to experience it at a different time in the same space. So whatever you are seeing here, it's all created by um, another individual or a company. All these AR experiences are created here, but you can you experience it as a person. Like, it can be a retail store, it can be a metro station, it can be anywhere. So this is the kind of so you can see here an illustration of the AR cloud being used in a retail space, where you are doing shopping. You have a customer support expert, which is an artificial intelligence, coming and interacting with you. You are browsing different products, and you can see the kind of enhanced vision that you have, and the kind of environment it creates. There is currently the word used is digital, but it's basically better to be described as physical and digital blending or fusion, because some people don't like the word digital. So that's the kind of future that we are slowly getting into. And other aspects that I would like to focus on is that the AR cloud will change the way users search for information. Currently, the popular text-based internet search will be replaced by the spatial search using the eye raycast into the AR. So anybody who have familiarity with augmented reality understand what do you mean by raycast. It's basically using your eye as your basic pointing device, or equivalent to the mouse, and using eye you can interact with the digital entities, including clicking or searching or locating. So whatever you do using other user interfaces, you can use just your eyes. And another important aspect that I should be focusing is the concept called AR browser. This is the AR based search interface, and the reason is the typing text will be in most cases be replaced with speaking using current speech recognition technology, which is nearing maturity in the AR cloud kind of systems. And this will reduce the need for an interface like keyboard. Not many people like keyboard because of its non-natural user interface. For at least 100,000 years, human beings have not used keyboard, but they used their own eyes and hands for interaction. So the keyboard will be phased out, and then brain-machine interfaces, or BMIs, or thought-based search interfaces can make searching in AR cloud even more seamless and intuitive. So maybe I have a slide here for this. So what you are seeing is our overall fundamental building blocks of AR cloud, and here you can see some of the things I am mentioning: the BMI, thought interface, and advanced speech recognition, etc. So these are all allied and connected with the what we call as the AR cloud. So it's like a co-evolution of multiple technologies that is involved in the AR cloud. So let me focus on this particular slide. So the fundamental building blocks of the AR cloud architecture are the following. So it's a little bit technical, but I can make it very close to the layman understanding. So a point cloud representation of the whole world terrain and buildings and streets using real world coordinate systems. This is called WGS S84 standard for GPS, and then the digital 3D virtual maps. All of this is one of the main component of AR cloud, and this is popularly known as digital copy of the real world. So the first fundamental step of creating an AR cloud based system is creating the digital copy of the real world. And I will later touch upon how this is achieved by various companies like Meta and Apple and Google. And making this AR representation of the world fully scalable and zoomable and machine readable, that's another important aspect. And then instant localization from anywhere on multiple devices. So when I say localization, it has got multiple meanings. So I can define localization here means the positioning of the device camera with the real world frames of references, like the vertical and horizontal surfaces, reference points, and markers. Then you have the ability to render digital entities on AR-enabled digital devices and interact with them in this Internet of AR content in real time using these devices. This is more or less available in traditional AR-based mobile devices and HMDs. Even starting with HoloLens in 2016, this kind of thing is available, but it will actually mature and advance in future for enabling AR cloud. And then ability to accommodate multiple concurrent users who interact with this AR content, position in the real world localities of the world using real world coordinate systems, and efficient cloud architecture and data storage and retrieval capabilities. This is another accelerator for AR cloud. Another component is the AR, and the most important component is the AR browser. The AR search interface to search into the AR cloud, which is another synonymous to AR metaverse or Internet of AR entities. And AR browsers will also allow us to interact with AR entities, share AR experiences, or even edit and create AR entities and experiences. And starting with basic functions like AR annotation, hotspot creation, interaction creation, etc. Even though there will be a plethora of applications similar to for AR content creation, AR experience creation, there will be specific applications that will be emerging, which will be distinct and separate from AR browser. But most of these functionalities will be by default available for free in something called an AR browser. And then you have 5G enabled edge computing technology. It helps to sharpen the spatial content awareness, tracking, surface detection, object detection, localization by shifting the computational load to the client side or the edge side. This will reduce latency and increase the responsiveness and make AR experiences more fluid and immersive. And then detecting the spatial temporal context. So here the AI will play a big role. The AI components of AR cloud will engage in understanding the spatial. That is, spatial means geographical, local, provincial, or national context. And then based on that, the AR experience is created. It will also be aware of the temporal context, that is local time, popular events in the locality, current hot topics, top trends, and breaking news. All these things it will be aware. And it will also have full awareness of the individual. So the person who is experiencing the AR, full awareness it will be there. And this will help the product marketing and advertising based industries to bring targeted ads into the AR experience and tailor to each user and locality. So this is where it all getting into. But of course, there are a lot of challenges involved in this. So the current AR experiences are only locally aware. Digital entities can be placed on local surfaces like floors. Okay, I think digital entities can be can be placed on a local surfaces like floors and walls. That is the current situation, where you can have a mobile device and it creates an AR entity like a hologram, and it can be placed on a local surface, floors and walls, like the starting with the iOS and Android AR Foundation, AR Cloud, AR Foundation, AR Kit, or that kind of systems that is currently available. You can do that, but they are generally unaware of the location in terms of global coordinate system. So GPS is not a normal thing in any of these systems, and it has to be added separately. And GPS-based AR awareness also, even if you add, it has got a kind of a limitation in terms of 10 centimeter accuracy. So how do you address this problem? Like when you create a sculpture and place it into a very well-known area in the real world, like a Times Square, there, like if you actually focus on the local aware AR, you can actually properly fix it into the surfaces, that is the roads or the environment, but there will be a kind of 10 centimeter accuracy difference because of the GPS. So you have to blend these two different methodologies of positioning, GPS based AR aware and the latitude longitude based systems. So in order to place digital entities accurately, the GPS positioning needs to be supplemented with the local awareness of the surface reference points and markers. So that is where the technology is gearing to. And the maturity of 5G technology, that's another problem. Problem in the sense we await little more maturity in the 5G technology and the penetration of it into every remote corner. And this is also important for the development and advancement of AR cloud. And improvement in the depth perceptions of AR-enabled cameras is essential for improving. And this is happening. All the product companies are innovating in this area. The HMD needs to be more and more lightweight and should converge into form factors like a normal lightweight eyeglass that you wear, just like my eyeglass, and or it should converge into the AR-enabled contact lens fixed onto the iris of the human eye. So there is not even need of a eyeglass, which is like it's more natural to the human like that. And there is a similar to the general situation in the metaverse. All the concerns regarding data privacy, data security, identity and content ownership, IP ownership, etc., are also concerned in AR cloud. And here the answer is just like in metaverse, especially exactly the same thing in the AR cloud, which is another, it's just AR version of the metaverse. So blockchain and NFT based transaction systems, which will reduce this kind of security and data privacy identity concern. And more efficient and cost-efficient blockchain networks is thus an important step to required for accelerating the AR cloud-based systems. And just like in similar to the metaverse, and so AR cloud being a subset of the metaverse, it requires standardization, decentralization, and all the aspects that are relevant in the context of metaverse is also relevant for AR cloud. So these are the some of the limitations which can actually impact the steady growth of AR cloud and its penetration and acceptance in the general public. But all of these things are being addressed as we speak. And some of the notable activities happening in the AR cloud that I can say. Okay, here. So OpenAI Cloud is a starting point. Like it's a global NP of 100 in 2018, which aims to develop open platforms and interoperable AR cloud technology, data and standards to connect the physical and digital worlds. And you have Apple, the big player, pioneering in LiDAR scanners in phones that can create 3D representation of close-range objects up to 5 meters. And in 2022, Apple partnered with the Dent Reality and focused on indoor navigation and acquired Next VR for VR content streaming. Apple ARMR headsets is expected to launch in January 2023, and we are all excited for it, or later in Q2 2023. And they have a very good focus on AR cloud on the device side. And Apple's AR product roadmap is nearly finalized this year, 2022, and extending into few decades, focusing through the helmet type AR, eyeglass type AR, and a contact lens type AR headset. Then this is exactly the roadmap required for a rise of the AR cloud. And Meta has focus on the 3D world digital, 3D digital replica creation, which is important. And it has acquired computer vision startup Space Technologies and their live map initiative in Project ARIA. That these are the things we need to be focusing on. And they are aiming at creating digital copy of the real world by scanning each local space in the world through the eyes of millions of people wearing the specialized glasses. And Project Nazara is another Meta initiative focusing on AI social networking. And in June 2022, Google acquired a smart glass startup Northink with a strategic roadmap. And they have an early advantage in AR on 2013 with the Google Glass launch. Everybody knows about it. And they are back with the Google AR navigation and a lot of new devices. And Google's visual positioning service is very important. a step in realizing AR cloud. And then you have so many other players, Amazon, Mojo Lens, 60AI, and all these other players are there. And let us focus on the major domains and use cases where they are cloud. So you can see everything, all of them here. Indoor and outdoor navigation using AR-based guidance, transportation, tourism, sports, gaming, and there'll be domains like advertisement, product marketing, branding, media, broadcasting, entertainment, gaming industry, and AR-assisted industrial training, self-help, digital twinning, blending of AI into computer vision, deep learning, creating AI agents with AI-enabled digital bodies, and these agents will be able to guide us in our complex work environment, acting as industrial trainers, equipment specialists, guides, e-learning instructors, sales executives, everything. And since AI cloud can create a real world locally into game spaces, the agents will appear as non-gaming players or as opponent players. And there will be subscription services for diverse domains, like creating revenue sources. People can rent out their real world for AR augmentation through AR cloud, and so it will offer revenue sources for common people. Now, I'm coming to the very last slide. So, what Tata Elxsi can do in the area of AR cloud? So, among many IT service-focused companies, Tata Elxsi has the highest and the right mix of creative artists and technocrats to excel in the area of Metaverse and AR cloud. And it is sufficiently large with the 12,000 plus employees. Being a service-focused company, it will bridge the gap between the product companies and the end customers. It has a kind of a mix of creativity, content creation, and deep design and technical expertise in the area of cloud computing and AI. All the way, Tata Elxsi will also innovate in the area of AI cloud through its design and innovation labs, practices, and center of excellences. Various industry verticals of Tata Elxsi like broadcasting, communication, automotive, transportation, manufacturing will benefit through AI cloud, sparking in-house innovations, patents, and projects. And finally, we are inviting all the product companies in this great gathering, Immerse Global event, to evaluate us and engage with us. Thank you.